Jack Lubbers. Jack Lubbers graduated high school in 1976 from Pueblo South and headed north and then east. Since graduating from the University of Northern Colorado, Lubbers has taught and coached student athletes in northeastern Colorado, mostly at Yuma High School, but if you were in the area and needed some coaching, Lubbers was ready to assist. He became known for his work with pole vaulting athletes over the years. Many of the state's top pole vaulters each year were from the Northeast, and they had sat under the tutelage of Jack Lubbers. Lubbers taught, coached, and served as athletic director at Yuma for over 30 years. He was head coach of the girls' track team from 1983 to 2012, working alongside the boys' legendary Hall of Fame coach Bill Kolb. When Kolb retired, the school district decided to combine the two programs under one coach, and Lubbers stepped aside so that a younger coach could gain experience as a head coach. The move allowed Lubbers to focus on the fundamentals in teaching sport, admittedly his love. He offered expertise in many sports, but specifically in volleyball and track and field. A look back at the record books reveals extreme success in both sports for the Yuma Indians. Jack Lubbers is a true example of a humble teacher-coach.
Well, my first involvement with sports and athletics was probably like many, good old PE class, in the neighborhood, you name it. And it was just so much fun to be a competitor and get involved with other kids. And I was lucky, a little bit blessed, and I was pretty good at everything. So I really had a good time with that when I was young, but that was my first involvement. I first got involved with thinking about coaching in high school athletics because of a PE teacher and a track coach I had in high school. His name was Gene Moranz. And I went out for track as a freshman, had a very good year, successful, enjoyed it, and he recruited me to be a teacher's assistant for the next 3 years in his PE classes. So of course I suddenly was helping kids learn how to move and participate and be active, and I loved it. I would attribute much of my success to coaching kids. I didn't coach a sport, I didn't coach for a school, I didn't coach a team. I coached individuals. And that focus on the individual, which I have to say comes a little bit from another influential person in my life, who was Bill Kolb. Many of you will know Bill Kolb's name. He might have been the master at coaching the individual. I learned a lot from him about how to treat each person involved in your life as an individual and do everything you can for them. I would just say the most impactful thing for me that coaching has given me is simply it's given me a focus in life, an end goal, a reason to be involved with people, enjoy my life, and create a career. And it's been in multiple ways more satisfying than anybody can ever imagine. The advice I would give to people who are considering coaching is probably the same thing I gave to my kids. I have a couple of kids who are coaches as well. I pretty much told them, I said, be prepared for hardships, be prepared for easy stuff, but always be prepared to work with each individual and focus on making every individual a better person. And understand that through all the trials and tribulations of being a coach, keep your eye on the prize, which is developing young people. My reaction when I received the call that I was inducted into the High School Hall of Fame was, I guess, one of being partially speechless. And my first thought was, I'm a Hall of Fame person? And you don't think about it, but you pretty much, when it actually happens, your first reaction is, wow, do I belong in that group? It's the first thing you think about, because a typical coach isn't out there for themselves, they're out there for kids.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 2019 Colorado High School Coaches Hall of Fame nominee, Jack Lubbers.